is I'll have you take some nice deep breaths. Those things come up a little bit, so you can make your elbows wide if you want to, because there's a little bit of that sectionless. Yeah. And as we go through our time, I'll have you put your hands at your sides, just so I have a clearer read, but for now it's totally fine to keep them where they're at. And as we get started, you can soften your eyes or close them completely if you feel comfortable doing so. And just like in our yoga practice, allowing for yourself to take some longer or more observant breaths, noticing what's coming through, whether it's ease, clearly a little unsettled ease, and trying to get baby down. And maybe they become a touch longer and slower over time. Now, of course, I call upon my guides, the highest good of all love and light. I took a shower this morning and called upon your people, places and things that have either passed on or are still watching over you, people that you believe in. And as we get started within our time, we'll clear a little of our session with some aura and room spray. Just a little light zhuzh, clear our energy. And as you take some longer breaths, maybe it's through the crown with an intention, with your inhales. As you exhale, maybe you find a bit of a softening around the space at the top of the crown of the head. Breathing in up and high. And over time, allowing that energy or that sensation at the crown to start being a bit more prominent. Inviting a bit more of that groundedness or ease. Starts to creep down towards the ears, the forehead, and between the eyes. And slowly allowing it to come over the cheeks, jawline. And it slowly floats down over the back of the neck, throat. Notice within the next few breaths where it lands within the collarbone, slowly, hopefully going down towards the heart space. And landing a bit more strongly with your exhales. Over time, landing in the heart a bit more heavy. Even now, I feel your energy kind of slowly creeping away from being so bright or wide and active towards the heart, towards the head, and it gets a little bit more closer towards your head and down to the heart. So take a few breaths that are a bit wider through the heart space, ribs, and same thing with the crown as you did before, letting that ease kind of soften around the shoulders, the ribs, the back body, in a similar fashion. Maybe you feel that energy tip over the shoulders into the elbows and wrists and hands. And just like from the crown to the heart, maybe eventually you feel that ease or that warmth and groundedness come down towards the hips and belly. Now, as the next few breaths arrive, like landing in the heart space, can you find a bit more of that weight through the back body, the seat, into the bed? And when it feels the most aligned, maybe your inhale, start pushing the belly button out and away from the spine to the ceiling. And exhale slowly back down towards the table. I even like, if it helps, imagining this exhale trailing out through the knees, the feet, toes. And the inhale, belly to the sky. I want to take 2-3 rounds of 3-part yoga breaths. So as your inhale comes through the belly, sip in a bit more air through the ribs. Maybe it falls high to the chest. And then exhale, chest, ribs, and belly. On your inhale, belly, ribs, high into the heart space. And like before, if it's chest, ribs, belly, maybe toes. And the next one, allow for it to be your own, that cadence or length that calls forth to you. Belly, ribs, chest, ribs, belly. And as you call forth that long inhale, slow exhale once again, I'll begin the Reiki portion of our time, allowing for this ease to be remembered as we move throughout our time, allowing the breath to stay long and calm. I'll talk a little bit throughout our time just so you know where I'm at and what I'm feeling to an extent. Yet this is a moment for you to be nice and easeful and restful and let it be so. You have a lot of green around your heart space. Of course, you just had a baby, like, duh. You can definitely tell you have a little bit more of that buzz still radiating within your distractions. Moving pieces more so than enabling you to catch thought. It seems as though your worries and your anxieties are more current time than they are future tense. Almost as if you know no matter what it looks like, it's going to be okay. Just in the moment, you're like, ugh, all the things and stuff going on. It seems as though even if there is historical things, people, places, gremlins, feels like it's just not decompartmentalized, but it's like not a worry in the current time. Like past experiences holding you back from your fullest expression, traumas or anything within childhood. It's kind of like you're in the present, it feels almost, even if it is a bit more scattered or forward-thoughted. Which is good. And move my hands a little bit closer to the energy closest to your body. Give a little bit of that weight away from the throat. A little bit away from the crown. With the intention of a proverbial step back. Hopefully in the next couple days, decisions, movements, stuff becomes a little bit lighter or easier to manage. It's funny that your hands go near your solar plexus or your just sacral chakra anyway, because then it's a little bit of blue around those parts. Can be, again, coming back from baby, just in general being more worth, value, your stability within self, that structure of worth and whatnot, moving forward as a new being, you and him. And take a nice deep breath and place my hands on your shoulders. And you do have a little bit of a dark shadow around your left toes, an ankle, and sometimes it just means a little bit of a spot around showing up authentically. Again, that confidence that we spoke about earlier. It could just be a little bit of something that's clouding it a little bit in front of it, more so than taking away from its essence. That might shift and change as we move through our time. Move on the right side body. You place your hands down your sides. I'll place my hand on your elbow and your shoulder for a few breaths. And it's interesting because even before you came on the table, I was running my hands over the table in general. And it's interesting that the spots do pop up. It's like, again, your throat, your heart, and root are bright. And your solar plexus and sacral are a bit more weaker toned when it comes to the energy of that pulse or the magnetism between the hands. It doesn't mean anything good, bad, or indifferent. It just means that you are, again, leaning into the heart. Just had a baby, root chakra, you feel really grounded, probably Queen of Wands, a bit more like Mama Gaia, throwing that earth, the life into the earth. Yeah, can we get them to talk a tiny bit? As you take deep breaths, call back forth maybe that belly, ribs, chest, or anything that might feel as though you're connecting that throat to your root anyway. I feel like it's less of a hesitancy and just maybe more of a overanalyzing how you would like to show up in that confidence, how you'd like to show up in that worth, that structure, that new foundation, because it is a new foundation to build as a new entity in the world, new energy, let alone being a new fam jam. More so than like a worry, you know? It's not like your self-worth is tied to historical experiences or anything. It's just a new foundation or a new knowing of like how you want it to look. How do you want to be 2.0 M? Shouldn't move anywhere, especially if you keep taking deep breaths. If it does, I'll catch it. It almost feels as though the energy, when it grounds down the legs, sometimes it can feel a bit like mud, like a lotus in the mud kind of feel. And it feels as though it's thicker or more dense to navigate your inner world than it is your actions. And coming out into the world just a bit more, again, you have Luca, so it's like, it's 1 + 1 = 2. But like inside, it's a bit more of a depthful journey to be able to navigate like how you want to confidently show up in that space once again. Clever. Leaf blower outside. Here's something funny. I think you're gonna have another boy.
Yeah.
If you have another baby.
Tell me more.
I saw like a little sparkle near your uteri. And I was like, oh, is Emily's definitely not pregnant. And she said no. I was like, will Emily have a second child? And it said yes on my fingertips. And I said, will it be a girl? And it said no. I'm like, will she have 2 boys? And it said yeah.
Ooh, I could see
2 boys. You're a boy mom.
I'll let you know when you're here.
Right. Like Wren said.
If you're correct, I'll put it in a testimonial.
Yeah, please and thank you. Put it in the baby book. Aunt Wren called it. Names and when you're gonna be born, maybe not, but.
Oh, do you see any names?
No, I kind of just like maybe next year sometime you probably find out you're pregnant to some extent. And probably into the other year. It felt like a latter 26.
I honestly forgot what you were heading into. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's 26.
Oh, it's wild. I can't imagine that's already November now, let alone a new year. You know, it's really interesting that you say, you talk about like your throat being active. Yeah, to me, it's almost like that confidence within self-talk, reminding yourself of your worth and those things, and all the magical, yumminess about yourself. Yeah, you have no problem speaking your truth. Like on this side is like the side that you show up in the world in, to me. And like right away it was like root and throat. You feel it, you say it. Kind of like that lady in the line, It's like you feel it, you're like, God, oh my God.
The Carter's lady.
Yeah. You speak it out. Because again, it comes from a heart-like place. It's not anything like nasty or anything like rude or crass, but like it's just, you feel it, you say.
Well, it's interesting, the last time we did the energy healing was years ago. And so there must have been a shift.
Yeah. Well, especially when you're like using your voice, you're using your diaphragm, you're advocating for yourself, and babe, like it definitely calls a different tone or gravitas to the energy. And again, it does still kind of dissipate within the middle chunkets. So what I've been doing is sweeping my hands over you a touch, letting this energy kind of flow down from heart or throat to heart, land a little bit more. And I kind of like your science class in middle school, we do the lasers against the mirrors. It's almost that same kind of magnetism between my hands, so I kind of open them up over time and let them be parallel. I'm almost gonna like put my hands and palms together, but out wide enough that it covers over your root and your heart and almost your throat. So as you take breaths, it almost connects a little bit more from those spaces into the middle section. And I slowly bring my hands closer together over time, so then that energy feels a bit more condensed or back at home. And it's almost as if giving it home, but space to play. Figure out what it is that you want to do and how you want it to look like. Because like sticking pasta on the wall to see if it sticks and it's ready to eat. You know, you gotta keep throwing it against the wall to see if it works, you know? It's all about play and creativity, especially with Luca being young. It's like, why not try out these things that make you feel confident? Do these things now, because as he gets older, and it goes to him, he's like, yeah, I got a badass mom.
I did start crafting.
I saw that with your pumpkin.
It was like the simplest craft, but I felt amazing after doing the craft.
Yeah. Oh, was he with you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that. Probably passed over the 30 minutes, but that's okay.
Does my uterus tell you anything about a third? Or
just at the moment, it's like shorthand of next being.
Okay.
I definitely think about the third. I just asked. It felt more of a yes, but it was not wanting to give it away. Because if it lands in the middle of my hands, it's like, I don't want to tell you, but yeah. Like, thanks, bitch. And I'm going to take a nice deep breath, and I'll place my hands on your ankles and toes.
Do you recognize my socks?
I
need more of them. They're like $20, right?
Yeah, 14.
I'm just gonna be a hands girl.
The ball of my socks always, like the ball of my feet, always ends up getting
Mine did on the heel, not the ball on my foot.
My Wren socks I have on now, I just noticed the right one has a hole in it. I haven't had it for a year. It's like super nice. I'll come back up by your head. Give a little extra love, grace, space, compassion. Check out, make sure everything's aligned and copacetic. As you slowly come back into your space, keeping your eyes closed just for now. You can wiggle the fingers and toes. We'll move out of your way so you can do a little full body stretch. That always feels super yummy.
All the cracks.
And that's our time.
Oh,
And that's Reiki, baby.
that's Reiki, baby.